here today in the PG Kitchen, where we are going to be learning to make these gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Christmas cookies that people like me, ordinary chefs, could never do. But we have a treat today. We have a guest chef in the PG Kitchen, and this is Alice Lake, and she's a friend and neighbor, and she is the executive pastry chef at Parkhurst Dining at the Carnegie Museum, and she's going to show us how to go from this to this.
Santa sent me here to take you to the North Pole. Hurry up and get dressed, and we will fly to Santa.
To decorate a cookie, first you need the cookie and you need the icing. To do a nice job on your cookies, you need a nice cookie dough. You're looking for a recipe that is basically flour, butter, sugar, little egg, and some flavoring. But try to avoid the ones that have baking powder, baking soda in them, because they do tend to swell a little.
Okay.
So, to make the
Hi.
to make the icing, we're making.
I told you to be quiet when you came in. Okay.
We're making royal icing. Royal icing is.
Wait a sec. Got to start again. All right. Shh.
It's just a short hop in the magic helicopter. There it is. Santa's castle at the North Pole. Hold tight, kids. We're coming in for a snowy landing.
Royal icing is basically confectioner sugar and egg white. You get different effects with it by varying the consistency, how much egg white you mix in with the sugar.
Before you know it, Dick and Ann are hurried to the castle entrance.
So let me show you how to make royal icing.
Okay.
Let's see, this is a pound of confectioner sugar and a quarter of a teaspoon of cream of tartar.
Okay.
There is a possibility of finding salmonella in fresh egg whites. So if you're worried about it, use pasteurized egg whites.
Welcome to Santa. I'm very glad you came to see.
So I'm going to measure out 6 ounces.
6 ounces.
Of egg white. And then I'm going to pour in about half of this. If I pull up on this, it'll pretty much just stay up. So this is the kind of icing I would use if I were trying to pipe decorations. If I wanted to write with it.
Okay.
If I wanted to make little flowers.
Sit on my lap and let me tell you about Santa what you might not know.
If I add another ounce, the icing is thinner. Is the icing that we would use to make a dam if we're flowing the icing onto a cookie, and I will explain that later.
The children are amazed. Here they are, sitting on Santa's lap and listening intently as Santa explains that every year, just before Thanksgiving, he starts the merry Yuletide by visiting towns and cities all over the world.
For the icing that I'm actually going to put onto the cookie, I want something really smooth, really creamy, really that will flow real easy and level itself out so that the cookies look really perfect. So I've put in part of the remaining egg white, and when I let it fall back into the bowl, it disappears pretty quickly. I'm going to transfer this to a bowl that's easier to work with. Hold it, sort of make your fingers as unobtrusive as possible. I'm going to dip this in. I just want the top in, but I want it in all around. Then I'm going to shake it. Basically, in one step, I managed to get the icing on the entire cookie.
He arrives on riverboats and finds many new friends all along the way.
This is a gel food coloring. The ones that you get in the grocery store are much more liquid.
Okay.
This is more concentrated. This is great because it adds a lot of color without adding a lot of extra liquid. If I take this cookie and dip it in. Now, while it's still wet, you have to do this very quickly, or your icing will sit.
Beautiful.
You can see I've got, I do have a little sort of wrinkle.
Oh yes, in many towns the marching bands turn out and step lively to the Merry Christmas tunes.
was showing you how to make the royal icing, and I passed through various stages of its development. So now I have two. This is the thicker one. This is what I'm going to use for piping around the edge, and then this I'm going to use too. So I want to make a nice blue mitten with a white cup at the top. Notice that I'm not touching the cookie.
Okay.
I'm sort of maybe 1/4 of an inch up above, and the icing is falling down. So I've got this nice runny blue icing again.
And this little bit thicker icing is going to keep it from going over the edge.
Right. We wanted to put a white cup on it. And then I'm going to use my very thin royal icing. And this time just a little spoon.
Hurry home with Toby. Bye.
Are those pastry tweezers?
Nope.
They're just regular tweezers.
Then we can further enhance it by sprinkling a little sugar up here.
And there you go. It's just easy as 1, 2, 3. So, well, Alice, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You guys all have to go out there now, make some royal icing, and get your cookies iced in time for Santa. And thanks, and we'll see you again next year in the PG Kitchen.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.